Hello, so what we're going to show you today is how easily Japanese knotweed can spread even if you put tarpaulin on top of it, and it just shows how far the knotweed rhizomes can spread out from other plants. So with this garden, they have tried to put tarpaulin down on top of where the knotweed grows, and the knotweed growth started by here within the boundary, and what they've done is they put tarpaulin down here hoping that it will stop the growth of knotweed within their garden. And in theory it has to a certain extent. There's no knotweed coming in through the tarpaulin, but what has happened is knotweed rhizomes have spread out underneath this tarpaulin and travelled and merged by here. So still within the garden, and that is a distance of around about 4.5 meters from where it emanated from. So as you can see, putting tarpaulin down does not eliminate Japanese knotweed from your garden. All the Japanese knotweed will do is it will grow around it or underneath it and then come out at various points from where you stop putting the tarpaulin down. Hello, I'd like to show again today about how Japanese knotweed spreads under tarpaulin and how efficient it is at basically growing underneath various measures that homeowners may try to do to eliminate Japanese knotweed from their property. So as you see here, we're in a garden and there is a huge amount of tarpaulin present within this garden. All in all, it's probably around about 40-45 square meters of tarpaulin, and they have wanted this tarpaulin to basically eliminate knotweed coming in from Japanese knotweed, which is just beyond here. As you see over here, we've got very well established mature Japanese knotweed, probably around about 2.5 meters tall, and so they put tarpaulin here to stop the onslaught of knotweed within their garden. However, what has happened is, so in various points throughout this tarpaulin, the knotweed has actually punctured through the tarpaulin by here, and as you see, it's created a hole and it's popped through, and that is a young Japanese knotweed plant from last year. Now will regrow in that same position this year. If you come over here again, you see how this knotweed has pushed through the tarpaulin in various places. And if we come over here, just to see how, again, the knotweed has pushed through the tarpaulin. So what's happened is, so that is a Japanese knotweed plant. So what's happened is knotweed has basically started off there, travelled underneath the tarpaulin and has emanated from this area. You have another site here where the knotweed has pushed through the actual tarpaulin, and this tarpaulin is quite a thick membrane, but the knotweed has found a way of just pushing through it and created a hole. And if we look right at the side of this area of tarpaulin, you will see a mature Japanese knotweed plant there, obviously in its winter dieback stage. And all of that has happened is, so there's been knotweed somewhere along here, and the rhizomes have spread out, and come to the first point where there is no tarpaulin, which is right at the boundary of the property, boundary of the tarpaulin and boundary of the garden, and it is starting to grow there. So basically knotweed has come from all the way over there, which is a distance of 12.3 meters, and it's come over not in one go, but it's come over in various stages all the way underneath this tarpaulin, so that it comes out right here. So that's a good example of just how Japanese knotweed can spread within a garden and under various measures that hormones may try. Thank you.